Okay, dear students, welcome to all of you in the Electrical Engineering Department of Modern Institute of Technology and Research Center, Alwar. Today, we are going to discuss the unit number 5, that is the AC bridges. In the first lecture of the AC bridges, our contents are the introduction of the AC bridges, introduction of the DC bridges, comparison between the AC and DC bridges, balance equation of AC bridge, sources used in AC bridges, detectors used in AC bridges. So these are the contents of first lecture. So first we are going to discuss that introduction of the AC bridges. So one of the very important difference between the AC and DC bridge is that AC bridge is used for measuring the unknown impedance of the circuit, while DC bridge is used for measuring the unknown resistance of the circuit. Then what is the impedance? The term arises that what is the impedance? Impedance is denoted by the symbol Z. We can denote the impedance, and it contains the resistive, inductive and capacitive element all. While resistance is denoted by R, it contains only the resistance. So we can see that inductance AC bridges are used for the measurement of the impedance. As shown in the diagram, we can see that this arm, first arm, have the both resistive and the inductive element. This arm also have the resistive and inductive element, and two arms BC and DC are purely resistive arm, that is shown in the figure. So in this figure we can see that there are the AC bridge consist of first AC source, that is shown here. Here is the AC source. Second is the balance detector, that is shown here, a balance detector. And third one is the four arms with resistive and reactive components. So these are shown here. AB, AD, BC and CD are the four arms, in which two arms have the reactive components and two arms have the resistive component. So that is the basic structure of the AC bridge. Now come to the DC bridge. So DC bridges are used only for the resistive element, because the frequency of the DC supply, here we are using the DC supply, and for that F is equal to 0. So here if we use the inductive element here, then impedance of the inductive element XL will be omega L, or we can see it will be 2 pi F upon L. Now if F is equal to 0, then XL will be 0. So it is not applicable for the reactive components. So here in the DC bridge we use only the resistive elements. Simple example of the DC bridge is the Wheatstone bridge. Now the basic component of the DC bridges are DC source of the battery, galvanometer, here use the galvanometer as a detector, and third one is the four arms with resistive components. So we can see the basic structure of the DC and AC bridges. Then what is the basic difference in these two? That we can also see in the tabular form. Here we have done the comparison of the AC and DC bridges in tabular form. So basis for comparison AC bridges and DC bridges. So we can see definition. This bridge is used for measuring the value of unknown impedance while DC bridge measure the unknown resistance of the circuit. Supply: AC bridges uses the AC supply, while the DC bridges uses the DC supply. Current detector: these use the AC detectors, while DC bridges use the DC detectors. Components: these are the used for resistive, inductive and capacitive components, while DC bridges are applicable only for resistive component. Balancing time in AC bridges is less and balancing time in DC bridges is high. So we can write also in tabular form if the question is asked that what is the basic difference between the AC and DC bridges. So we can write in tabular form also, or we can make, first we can make the diagrams both the AC bridge and the DC bridge, then we can write it into the tabular form. Now we can conclude it that the AC and DC bridge both are used for measuring the unknown parameter of the circuit. The AC bridge measure the unknown impedance of the circuit, while the DC bridge measure the unknown resistance of the circuit. Now, important is the AC bridge, because in this chapter we are going to discuss about the AC bridges. Now we will see the construction and balance equation of the AC bridge. Now come here, we can see that in the AC bridge there are the four arms, and general equation for the AC bridge is, under balance condition we can see, let us consider the impedance of this AB arm is denoted by symbol Z1. The impedance of this AD arm is denoted by symbol Z2. The impedance of BC arm is denoted by Z3, and the impedance of CD arm is denoted by Z4. Now these are the four impedances. Now under balance condition, what happen? The Z1 Z4, this Z1 Z4 will be equal to Z2 Z3, or we can write Z1 upon Z2 is equal to Z3 upon Z4. That is the balance condition. So under balance condition, Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 Z3. That is shown here. Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 Z3. Now what will be the Z1 impedance of the first arm? So that will be, because it have the resistive and inductive component. So Z1 will be, we can write, that is the R1 plus j omega L1, that is denoted by Z1. And what will be the Z2 will be R2 plus j omega L2. Z3 will be only resistive element, that will be equal to R3, and Z4 will be equal to R4. So we put here the value of the Z1, Z4, Z2 and Z3. If we solve this equation, so our approach is to separate the real and imaginary parts. So here we multiply the R4 with R1 and with the j omega L1. Similarly, we multiply the R3 with R2 and j omega L2. Now by comparison equation will come this. So we can compare first real parts. So after comparing, there are two real part in both left hand side and right hand side. So one is the left hand side, another is the right hand side. So R1 R4 is equal to R2 R3 if we compare the real part. So by comparison of the real part, we find R1 R4 is equal to R2 R3. Now we can calculate the value of R1, that will be R3 upon R4 into R2, that is denoted by equation number 1. Now we compare the imaginary parts. j omega L1 R4 equal to j omega L2 R3. So j omega will be cancelled and we will calculate the value of L1, that will be equal to R3 upon R4 into L2, that is denoted by equation second. Here R1 and L1 are the unknown quantities which are determined. तो यहाँ पर हम बाकी सारी हमारी नोन क्वांटिटीज थी, हमारा पर्पस था L1 और R1 की वैल्यू को डिनोट करना. तो वी कैन फाइंड आउट with these two equations. The following points are concluded with this calculation. The two balance equation is always obtained from the AC bridge. जब भी हम AC bridge को बैलेंस करते हैं, हमारे पास दो इक्वेशन रियल और इमेजिनरी पार्ट्स की वजह से दो इक्वेशंस आती हैं. दूसरा पॉइंट हमारा इंपॉर्टेंट है, द अननोन क्वांटिटीज आर डिटरमाइंड थ्रू द बैलेंस इक्वेशन. द अननोन क्वांटिटीज आर यूजुअली इंडक्टेंस, कैपेसिटेंस एंड रेजिस्टेंस. इन दोनों अननोन इक्वेशंस को सॉल्व करके बैलेंस इक्वेशंस को अननोन क्वांटिटीज इंडक्टेंस, कैपेसिटेंस और रेजिस्टेंस की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट की जाती है. Third is the balance equations are independent of the frequency. As we can see, there are no frequency term in these balance equations. So these are the conclusions from these balance equations. Now we see the type of sources in AC bridges. So generally two type of sources are used for low frequency measurement. Power line frequency, which is 50 Hz in our India, is used as the source of excitation, while in the for higher frequency measurement, electronic oscillators are used as source voltage. हम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक ऑसिलेटर वो कितनी भी फ्रिक्वेंसी की हमारे सिग्नल को जनरेट कर सकते हैं. तो देर आर टू टाइप ऑफ सोर्सेज यूज्ड इन दिस मैनर इन द AC bridges. Now types of detectors used in the AC bridges. So generally working frequency is constant and we use tuned detectors in AC bridges. So there are three type of detectors generally used in the AC bridges. First is the headphone. So headphones are the widely used detectors. These are used at frequencies of 250 Hz and up to 3 to 4 kHz. That is the range. Minimum range is the 250 Hz and maximum 3 to 4 kHz. Or these are the most sensitive detector for this range of frequency. तो व्हेन वी यूज द डिटेक्टर इन द AC ब्रिजेज, यहाँ पर हम अगर हेडफोन को यूज कर लेते हैं, इसको हम अपने ईयर में लगा लेते हैं और बैलेंस कंडीशन में, वो कंडीशन जब हमें मिनिमम साउंड सुनाई देता है वो हमारी बैलेंस कंडीशन कहलाती है. तो हेडफोन्स की हमने देखा कि फ्रिक्वेंसी रेंज क्या होती है और ये हमारे मोस्ट सेंसिटिव डिटेक्टर्स हैं, होते हैं हेडफोन. Now second is the vibration galvanometer. वाइब्रेशन गैल्वेनोमीटर्स को भी हम यूज कर सकते हैं एज ए डिटेक्टर. दीज कैन बी यूज्ड फ्रॉम 5 हर्ट्ज टू जनरली 1000 हर्ट्ज तक हम यूज करते हैं और मोर सेंसिटिव बिलो 200 हर्ट्ज रेंज में ये ज्यादा सेंसिटिव होते हैं. और थर्ड वन जो हमारे पास है, इसका जो वाइब्रेशन गैल्वेनोमीटर का नेक्स्ट फीचर है, दे आर एक्सट्रीमली सुटेबल फॉर पावर एंड लो ऑडियो फ्रिक्वेंसी रेंज. लो ऑडियो फ्रिक्वेंसी रेंज जनरली हमारी ऑडियो फ्रिक्वेंसी रेंज है वो 20 हर्ट्ज टू 20 हर्ट्ज, जो हमारी लो ऑडियो फ्रिक्वेंसी रेंज है दैट इज 20 हर्ट्ज टू 2 किलो हर्ट्ज के बीच में होती है. तो लो ऑडियो फ्रिक्वेंसी रेंज है वो हमारी 20 हर्ट्ज से कुछ हर्ट्ज तक हुई, तो वहां पर ये मोस्ट सुटेबल है. थर्ड वन इज द ट्यूनेबल एम्पलीफायर डिटेक्टर. So these can be used, tunable detectors are also used from 10 Hz to 100 kHz. So in this manner we have seen in this lecture that what is the AC and DC bridges में हमारा क्या डिफरेंस होता है, AC और DC bridges को हम कहाँ पर यूज हम करते हैं, और बेसिकली हाउ वी कैन बैलेंस द AC bridges को हम किस तरह से बैलेंस कर सकते हैं, and what are the some important points and sources and detectors we have studied. Thanks to all of you.